In today's online world, making a website that focuses on user is not just a good idea, it's essential. Did you know that 88% of online consumers are less likely to return to a site after a bad experience? This shows how important it is for businesses to create websites that are easy to use and enjoyable. Users expect smooth and straightforward online experiences, so companies must prioritize user-centered design to stay ahead. Let's look into the key ideas and methods for building a user-centered website that boosts engagement and makes it easier for people to use. A user-centered approach means putting the users at the center of the design process. This focus helps ensure the final product is easy to use, efficient, and enjoyable. When websites are designed with users in mind, it leads to a higher satisfaction and engagement. Many online businesses fail because they focus too much on their goals rather than what their users want. For website designers, developers, and marketing professionals, understanding and applying user-centered design is needed for creating successful websites. User-centered design, also known as UCD, is all about understanding users' needs, goals, and preferences. Instead of just guessing what users might like, designers use research methods like surveys and interviews to gather real feedback. This helps them create websites that truly meet their audience's needs. User-centered design, also known as UCD, is essential in creating websites that attract visitors and keep them engaged and satisfied. By focusing on users' needs and preferences, businesses can build websites that are easy to navigate, enjoyable to use, and accessible to everyone. Here's a closer look at why user-centered design is so important, along with some compelling facts and examples. Number 1, better user experience. When designed with users in mind, websites become much easier to navigate and more enjoyable to use. A good user experience can significantly improve a website's success. For example, if visitors struggle to find information or encounter broken links, they are likely to leave and never return. On the other hand, a well-designed website that provides a smooth experience can encourage users to come back and explore more. Number 2, increased engagement. User-friendly websites encourage visitors to interact more. When users find the site easy to navigate, they are more likely to spend time on it, explore different pages, and complete actions like signing up for newsletters or making purchases. For instance, a study found that websites with a clear and intuitive layout can increase user engagement by up to 200%. A user-centered design can directly lead to higher conversion rates and more successful online interactions. Number 3, higher satisfaction. Users feel satisfied when they can quickly and easily find what they need. This satisfaction can lead to positive reviews and recommendations, which are crucial for a business's success. According to a survey by American Express, 70% of consumers say that they have spent more money to do business with a company that delivers great service. If a website meets users' needs effectively, it can foster loyalty and encourage users to share their positive experiences with friends and family. Number 4, accessibility. User-centered design also considers the need of people with disabilities. By making websites accessible, businesses can reach a wider audience and ensure everyone can use their services. For example, implementing text-to-speech, keyboard navigation, and alternative text for images can significantly improve accessibility. According to the World Health Organization, about 15% of the world's population lives with some form of disability. By prioritizing accessibility, businesses comply with legal standards and tap into a larger market. Creating a website that people love to use is all about understanding them and making their experience enjoyable. To achieve this, you need to focus on a few key strategies that help you connect with your audience. Here are some important steps you can take to ensure your website meets the needs of its users. Number 1, researching user needs. Understanding your audience is the first step in creating a user-centered website. This means finding out what your users want, how they behave, and what challenges they face. For example, research shows that 88% of users are less likely to return to a website after having a bad experience. This highlights how crucial it is to know what your users need to create a positive experience. Number two, creating personas. Personas are fictional characters that represent your target audience. They help you visualize and understand the needs, goals, and behaviors of different groups of people. When creating detailed personas, consider the following. Demographic information. This includes details like age, gender, and occupation. For example, if you're designing a website for teenagers, your persona might be a 15-year-old girl who loves fashion. Goals and motivations. What are your users trying to achieve on a website? For instance, a study by Salesforce found that 84% of customers say the experience a company provides is as important as its products. If your website is for a school, students might want to find homework resources quickly. Challenges and pain points. What obstacles do they face in achieving their goals? For example, a survey by Forrester Research found that 60% of users are unlikely to return to a website if they had poor experience. If users struggle to find information, they might get frustrated and leave. Number three, conducting usability testing. Usability testing means watching real users as they interact with your website. This helps you see where they might have trouble and gives you ideas for improving the design. Here are two key methods. Task-based testing. In this method, users are asked to complete specific tasks while you observe them. For example, you might ask users to find a specific product on an online store. A study by the Nielsen-Norman Group found that users complete tasks 22% faster on websites with a clear layout. A/B testing. This involves comparing two different versions of a web page to see which one works better. For instance, if you change the color of a Buy Now button, you can see which version gets more clicks. A case study by Optimizely showed that a simple A/B test increased conversion by 19.2% for a major retailer. By using these strategies, you can build a website that is enjoyable and easy to use. This not only helps keep visitors engaged, but also encourages them to return. Remember, the more you understand your users, the better your website will be. Creating a website that provides a great user experience means making it easy for everyone to use, including those with disabilities. Here are some important strategies to optimize your website for all users. Number one, accessibility features. Ensuring your website is accessible to all users, including those with disabilities, is crucial. Here are some key accessibility features to consider. Alternative text for images. This is descriptive text that explains what an image shows. It helps screen readers convey information to visually impaired users. For example, instead of just saying the word dog, you could say a golden retriever playing fetch in a park. Keyboard navigation. Make sure your website can be fully navigated using a keyboard. This is important for users who cannot use a mouse. For example, all interactive elements should be reachable using a tab key. Color contrast. Use high contrast colors to enhance readability for visually impaired users. For instance, dark text on a light background is generally easier to read than light text on a light background. Number two, navigational structures. A clear and logical navigation structure is essential for positive user experience. Effective navigation helps users find the information they need quickly and easily. Here are some strategies for you to follow. Intuitive menus. Organize content in a way that aligns with user expectations. For example, group related pages together under clear headings like products, services, or contact us. Breadcrumbs. These are navigation aids that shows users their current location within a website. For instance, if a user is viewing a product, the breadcrumb might look like below. Home, products, electronics, and laptops. This helps users understand where they are and allows them to navigate back easily. Search functionality. Include a search bar to allow users to find specific content quickly. This is especially helpful for larger websites where the users may not want to browse through multiple pages. Collecting feedback from users is essential for understanding how well your website meets their needs. Here are some effective methods for gathering feedback. Surveys. Use short surveys to ask users about their experience and suggestions for more improvement. For example, you could ask, how easy was it to find what you were looking for? And provide options from very easy to very difficult. Feedback forms. Provide a simple way for users to share their thoughts and report issues. This could be a form at the bottom of each page where users can leave comments or suggestions. Utilize analytics tools to gather data on user behavior, such as page views, bounce rates, and conversion rates. This data helps identify areas for improvement and track the impact of changes. For instance, if you notice a high bounce rate on a particular page, it may indicate that users are not finding what they are expecting. Developing a user-centered website is an ongoing process. Regularly update and refine your website based on user feedback and analytics data. Here are key steps in the iterative design process. Prototyping. Create prototypes of new design elements and test them with users before implementation. This allows you to gather feedback and make adjustments early in the design process. Testing. Continuously test different aspects of your website to identify areas of further improvement. For example, you might test different button colors to see which one attracts more clicks. Refinement. Use insights from testing and user feedback to make informed changes that enhance the user experience. This could involve simplifying a complex navigation menu or adjusting content layout based on user preferences. Building a website that puts users first is all about understanding what they want and need. By focusing on making it easy to use, accessible, and constantly improving, you can create a site that helps users and also makes your business successful. When you prioritize the user experience, you will see more people engaged, happier, and better results for your website.